hao, it's RJ with Tai Chi for you. So here we are, our beginner series for newbies, on to the next lesson. So we're actually going to be doing two postures today. I know I promised that I would only be teaching one posture at a time, but I really think you can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our heels somewhat together and our toes pointed out at an angle. So again, if we picture ourselves in a square room, our toes are pointed to the front corners of the room. Sort of like back in the old film days of Charlie Chaplin, the way he used to stand. So we're going to stand this way. From here, what we're going to do is I'm going to step forward with my left leg. So all I'm going to do is take a small step forward into our mountain climbing stance. So again, to go over mountain climbing stance, my front toe is pointing to the flat part of the wall. The back toe has a slight angle to it, pointed towards that corner of the room. And I'll give you this angle here. So you'll notice that my body is upright. I have a nice straight back. There's some space between the legs. The front leg has a big bend to it. The back leg has a little bend in the knee as well. So this is mountain climbing stance. From here, from this angle here, you can see there's some space between the legs as well, between the feet. So we're going to start with our feet pointed out, and now we're just going to take a small step forward with the left foot into that mountain climbing stance. So that's all we're going to start, is just taking that step forward, just a small step forward. Now, the same leg that is stepping forward, we're going to move that arm forward. We're going to bring the arm up so the palm faces you. So you can see from this angle here that I have a lot of space between the hand and the chest. My arm has a nice roundness to it. The hand is just about mid-line of the body. So what we're going to be doing is, that hand is going to come up to this position here. Now my elbow is nice and relaxed, so it's not sticking up like this. The elbow is nice and relaxed, and the shoulder is relaxed as well. So that left arm is going to come up. So again, the same foot that is stepping forward, that same arm is going to come up. Just about mid-level of the chest. Center line this way, and chest level here. So again, with our feet pointed out at an angle, we step with the left and bring that arm up as well. So from this angle here, I'm stepping and that arm is coming up. Again, keeping a nice distance between the hand and the chest. So the same foot, the same hand comes up. Now what the other hand is going to do is the other hand is just going to rise up, you know, like we're saying stop. The hand is going to come up, palm outward. So let's just do that a couple of times. I'll take a step forward, and now that back arm is going to come up. And now the same thing applies. I have a nice roundness to the arm. This elbow is relaxed, so the elbow is not sticking up. The elbow is dropped. It's nice and relaxed. So with our feet together, I step forward with the left, that back arm rises up. And again, roughly center line with the body. So I'm going to step with the left, the opposite arm is going to rise up. Palm outward, fingers pointing to the sky. So now we step forward and we're here. Now what's going to happen is the two arms are going to rise up. So this one will rise up here. This arm rises up at the same time. And what you want is, you want the palm of the back arm, the back hand, placed against the wrist of the other hand. So just, as we take that step forward, the same leg that steps forward, the same arm rises up to this position. The other hand simply comes up and it's placed on the wrist of that other hand. So again, I'm stepping with the left arm rises up. The other hand just rises up, palm outward, placed against the wrist. So I step forward, this hand comes up, this hand follows the same time. So I'm stepping with the left, that same arm rises up, and the other hand is placed on the wrist. Now what's going to happen is, as I step, my body moves forward into that mountain climbing stance. So it's going to appear as though I'm actually pushing my arm out, but I'm not. I'm only rising up to this position here with that distance, and it's my body that's moving forward. So my arms don't move. I just rise up to this position, and then I step into mountain climbing stance. So let's try that a couple of times. Raise both of the arms, and now don't move the arms, but just step forward into mountain climbing stance, making sure that the back is straight, that you're not leaning forward. Keep the back straight and have a bend in both of the knees. A big bend in that front leg, a little bend in the back leg. So from here, the hands rise up, and then we just step forward into mountain climbing stance. So again, with the feet pointed out, the left foot steps forward like so. So you can see that both of my hands are center line here, and right around, just below the, right around the rib cage. So the hands come up, and I step forward. Again, you don't have to move the arms. Once the arms come to this position here, the arms don't have to move. It's the body that's moving forward. So I'll give you different angles here. My feet are pointed out. I step. I'm getting ready to step, I should say. My foot is coming up on the toe, and then I step forward. So that's a little subtlety you can add later. As the hands come up, that foot is getting ready to step, so I come up on the toe. So most of my weight is going to be on the opposite leg. And then I step forward. So I'll give you this angle here. As the hands come up, that left foot is coming up on the toe. And then I go forward. Because as I mentioned before, Tai Chi, the whole body moves at the same time. But when we're first learning it, we need to break it down step by step. And then eventually when you get more comfortable with the movements, then the whole body moves at the same time. Like so. So as the hands are coming up, I'm getting ready to step. My left foot is going up on the toe. And then my body can move forward. Alright, so again, I'll give you different angles from here. You come up with the hands, and step. I'll even give you a back view. Different angles from the back. Okay, so that's our first posture. It's called press. From here, what we can do is, so we go into press. Now we're going to prepare for push. That's the next posture. Now all we have to do is just open the hands. Don't make a move out of it. Just open the hands, or I should say stretch out the arms so the palms face the ground. So again, don't make a move out of it, just open your arms and the palms face the ground. So let's just do that a couple of times. We go into press, and now just open the arms. So they're about shoulder width apart. So keeping the toes pointed out, we go into our press, and then just open the arms. Again, keeping the arms nice and relaxed, the shoulders relaxed. So from here, what's going to happen is we're going to do a rock back movement. So we'll try that a couple of times. We're here in mountain climbing stance. I'm going to shift my weight to the back leg. And as I do that, I'm going to come up on the heel of the front foot. So from our mountain climbing stance, I rock back, and to do that, all I do is I straighten out the front knee and I give more of a bend in the back knee. That allows me to go back and forth. When I go back, I simply lift up on that toe, keeping the heel on the ground. So from mountain climbing stance, I just let my body move backwards till all the weight is on the back foot, and then I can come up on that front toe, keeping the heel on the ground. So we'll do that a couple of times. With the left leg still forward, we rock back, and you'll also notice that my body stays upright. I continue to have a good posture. So I'm not leaning forward as I do this, and I'm not leaning back as I do this. My whole body stays straight, and I'm just moving, bending my knees. That's all that you have to do, bend the knees. The front knee straightens out. The back knee has more of a bend to it. So we're gonna do that rock back for the next movement. So again, with our feet pointed out at a slight angle, first we go into our press, and then we open the arms. Now from here, we're going to do that rock back. Now as we rock back, all you have to do is bring the two hands, drop them down anywhere around the pocket or the belt line. So we go into press, we open the arms, we rock back and just relax the arms to bring the hands anywhere around the pocket or belt line. Again, keeping them palm facing the ground. So we're here, the palms face the ground, nothing changes. I just relax back and bring the hands by the belt line or around the pocket, keeping the hands facing the ground. So let's do that a few more times. We're going to really give a workout to that back leg, but then we'll change legs so we don't have one leg bigger than the other. So we come up to our press, we just open the arms, and then we rock back, making sure that front toe is lifted off the ground. So again, we go into press, open the arms, and rock back. All right, I'll give you some different angles here. Go into press. Open the arms. Rock back. Press. Open our arms and rock back. Give you a back view here. Press. Open the arms. Rock back. Press. Open the arms and rock back. And the same thing applies to our shoulders and elbows. So when we're here, we relax the elbows so they're not flared out to the side, they're dropped, they're relaxed. And the shoulders are relaxed as well. So we go into press, open the arms, keep those elbows and shoulder relaxed. And then when we rock back, the same thing applies. We're not flared out, the shoulders and elbows are relaxed. In fact, you should feel, when you get to this position here, you should feel the elbows against the side of the body. Not forced into the body, not like pulled into the body, but you should just notice that they're not flared out. There should be no big gap here under the arm. So we go into press, the arms open up, palm down, and then we just rock back. So now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine a large pear, a piece of fruit, in front of us. A very large pear. We can call it the Tai Chi pear. So we go into press, we open, rock back. So now we're going to trace the outline of the pear. So in other words, we're going to trace the big part of the pear. The arms open up wide. I rock back. The arms open up wide to trace the bottom of the pear. But then the hands have to come in where the pear gets smaller. So we trace the outline of the bottom of the pear to the inside of the pear. And then the whole body moves forward. So again, from press, the arms open, we rock back. Now we trace the large part of the pear, the hands come in, and then the whole body moves forward into push. So we go in from our press, open up, rock back, trace the bottom of the pear, the hands come in closer, and now the body, we go back into mountain climbing stance, and the hands extend a little bit. So from press, the arms open, we rock back, we trace the bottom of the pear, the hands come in, then the whole body moves forward into mountain climbing stance, and then the arms even push forward a little bit more. But you never want the elbows locked out. So when we finish the whole posture, there's still going to be a little bit of movement here in the elbow. It's not fully locked out. So we go from press, the arms open, we rock back, trace the bottom of the pear. When the hands come in, now we can move the whole body forward and the arms extend forward a little bit too. So now the posture, the full expression of the posture, the palms face outwards. So we go from press, open up the arms, rock back, trace the bottom of the pear, the hands come in to the small part of the pear, right around the stem area, and then the whole body moves forward, pushing. So be conscious of those elbows the whole time. When you open up to this position here, be conscious of keeping those elbows relaxed and not flared out. And then we trace the big part of the pier. Now the elbows will flare out a little bit here, but then when you push, make sure to relax those elbows, tuck them into the body as you push. Because what you want to think about is, if we're pushing a heavy object, you know, back when I was younger, I used to help people push their car out of the snow. Well, when you're pushing something heavy, having the elbows flared out like this, you're not strong. And we just know that intuitively. But if we tuck the elbows in, we're much stronger to push something heavy. So just keep that in mind. So we do our press, make sure the elbows are relaxed. We come to this point here where we rock back. We trace the large part of the pier. Now the elbows will flare out a little bit, but then when you finish the push, make sure to bring those elbows in to the body when you push. So now we're going to go over the other side of the body just very briefly, and you can work on this in your own time. So in this case, the feet are again at an angle. So I'm going to step with the right foot. When I do that, I bring up the right arm into that curved, nice round position. So I step, that arm comes up. At the same time, the other hand comes up to that position and is placed on the wrist. So I come up here, the other hand is placed on the wrist. So the right foot steps forward, the right arm is forward, and then the other hand is at the wrist. We open up, rock back, so the front toe is lifted. Trace the outline of the pier, and then push forward. So stepping with the right foot, the right arm comes up. We press, the arms open, roll back, rock back, trace the outline of the bottom of the pier, trace the stem of the pier. Stepping forward with the right into press. The arms open, rock back, and trace the pier. Always making sure to keep the body straight, relaxing those elbows to keep them tucked into the body and not flared out, and be conscious of the shoulders too. When you bring the arms up, there's no reason to raise the shoulders up. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed and just pivot at the shoulder to bring the arm up. Now this may take time to develop, you know, that consciousness of not pulling the shoulder up. So those are a couple things to think about. Keep the body straight. Always have a bend in the elbow. I'm giving you a lot of details here, and they will come in time. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoy it. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.